Just a heads up, we weren't shipped any new S-links, so we'll have to communicate our situation over the audio channels.
Dog, can you hear me?
Sorry, but we weren't shipped any pitch modulators either. She won't be able to respond.
I see. Never mind then. Please activate our navigation protocols. I'll take her to the command room and brief her on the situation.
Roger that.
Follow me, Dog. I've reviewed the data myself, and there should be substantial amounts of graphite here. If this operation is successful, the UNC will likely continue its terraforming operation. I'll explain in more detail once we get to the command room. We'll have to go through the greenhouse though. The main hallway is under repair after a recent incident with the skylift. Even though it will be decades before the atmosphere is able to sustain vegetation, we're constantly testing different strains of plants. It is of note that glowing bacteria on the left is one of the greatest scientific discoveries in human history. You may also encounter our short-haired test companion at some point. She prefers to keep away from the main halls. Every now and then you can find her prowling around the plants in here, but she mainly sticks to the air ducts. I'm sorry to hear your memory cache was wiped during your journey. I'll try to make this quick because we need to get you in the mines as soon as possible. The planet you're currently on is Kepler 452b. It's roughly 1,400 light years from Earth. The first planetary probes confirmed that it not only resided in the habitable zone, but also had an abundance of liquid water just below the surface. After the planet-side survey team discovered native life in the form of bacteria, the decision was made to terraform. While the promise of population relief for Earth will never become a reality, successful colonization of Kepler 452b will all but ensure the survival of the human race. Here's a map of our sector, A13. We have outposts all over the planet, but our sector is mainly dedicated to producing and infusing ammonia in the atmosphere. Fortunately, we also uncovered a generous deposit of graphite while anchoring the skylift. However, we've had some difficulty finding its exact location. That's why we requested a dog unit. Over the next few months, you'll be helping us mark the deposits. We've established a small mine a few hundred meters from here, and that's where you'll start. Before that, though, we'll need you to use that grav lift module near the skylift. Apparently they had another catastrophic failure and lost some supplies. Those are becoming increasingly common. It wasn't completely unexpected, though. We're finding our hydraulic fracturing occurs much the same effect as was found on Earth in the early 21st century. The research division has not yet had an opportunity to conduct a thorough investigation into the geology of this planet. Much to their frustration, the UNC placed rush orders on our excavations, and it appears unlikely any further environmental studies will take place in the near future. Given how long it takes to travel to this planet, the only impact studies performed were by the original surveyors over 150 years ago, well before we started terraforming. Alright, time to get to work. Head down the stairs to your left. The exit is at the end of the hallway. Android 341 will give you your assignments.
How's it going? Hopefully Android 1 didn't bore you too much with the details. I'm sure you're anxious to get to work. I'm going to activate your P thrusters now. You should be able to cover twice the distance when you need to. You'll also be able to jump, kind of like an actual dog. Android 52 says he needs some help over at the skylift, but in all honesty, he's the last one who's going to complain if you're late. Feel free to explore the base some more, but don't let Android 1 see you using those thrusters inside. Anyway, I'll get these blast doors open for you. If you need some help finding the skylift, just look up. You can't miss it. Dog, glad to see you moving around on your own. I wasn't sure how well your memory cache held up when we unloaded you. Stutter drive technology is still a little shady. We've had some pretty bad luck around here lately. An earthquake caused a small explosion in one of the turbines, and the aftershocks sent a ripple through the links. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty cool to see this thing tear itself apart. One of the links even landed on the base. Android 1 obviously wasn't too happy about it, but for the most part, we got everything working again. I'm really surprised it wasn't worse. Anyway, we were in the middle of a shipment when it happened, and some of the crates we were sending up went flying. If that wasn't bad enough, a sandstorm set in when we were repairing the lift, and the crates got blown all over the place. On the bright side, it was actually a small shipment of graphite, so this will be a good chance to test out that sensor of yours. You should start to pick up faint traces of graphite in the air when you're close. You'll know it when you see it. There's only 3 left, so just place them in the skylift when you find them. They've already been pretty battered by the storm and the fall, so don't hesitate to throw them around if you're in a hurry. Just try not to drop them in the pit, or we'll never get them back. I'll be here when you're done. Wow, you really lost all of them. Alright. Anyway, Android 1's been messaging me since you left. He wants you to meet him over at the mine. If you follow this green power tube back, you should see it on your left. There's 2 light posts out front. Thanks again for the help.
I trust you're comfortable using your equipment. These mines are inherently dangerous, so stay focused and don't jump down any pits. If you find yourself needing to jump across a large gap, your P-thrusters are capable of producing a secondary blast midair. It will help navigate the mines, but won't save you from a fall. You shouldn't need them in here, but when we get deeper in the mine, it will definitely come in handy. That's the alarm for the pressure sensor. Stay close. This isn't good, Dom. These numbers are too high. Something's wrong. I've got to get to the main control console before